Welcome everybody to your pick a card reading. What are they thinking about me and feeling about me right now? There are 4 images to choose from. Please take a long look at the images, see which one speaks to you, resonates with you the most, and then you will find the corresponding timestamp in the description box below and in the pinned comments. Just go to the corresponding timestamp and you will find your reading. Welcome group number 1. We are going to have a look to see how they feel about you right now. Group number 1, I can tell you that this person thinks that you are the ultimate, the most ideal, and the most perfect partner. They have put you on a pedestal and they think the world of you. However, I can see that something has happened. Something has happened. They are feeling incredibly remorseful. They're full of regret. They are exceptionally heartbroken at the moment, and they really are regretting what has come before. There must have been, I think, some kind of fallout. Maybe you had a huge argument. Maybe there's been a separation or a divorce. They feel like, that there was this massive, perhaps it was a power struggle, some kind of situation like this. But they feel like, although they feel like they might have come off, okay, they've lost too much. They are so full of absolute despair at the moment, complete and utter despair, that I think there is like a sense of disbelief what has just happened, and they cannot move on from this point right now. They're feeling, you can see this 9 of Wands, they're feeling incredibly wounded, but they feel they have to protect themselves from any future hurt, conflict, anything that's going to hurt them any further. I don't think they feel they can handle. They might be putting on a brave face, like they're fine, they're doing okay. Look at me, I'm strong. I'm moving on. But there is a real sense of, oh my gosh, what have I just done? What have I done? Was it really worth it? Look, because inside there is such remorse from this person. It's quite a shocker to see. And they still, I think previously they held you in such high regard that I think they actually still have this, like, they don't think of you any less. They actually think of themselves as really making a drastic mistake. But I don't think they're going to let on how they're really feeling. They've got their defenses up and they rather pretend, I'm doing just fine, I'm moving on. But inside, I can tell you it's a whole different story. So let's get a card from your guides to see what their advice is right now about the situation. Okay, we get risk. Okay. So this card is telling you that it would be quite risky at this point I just want you to have a look at this card. You can see they're trying to reach for each other, but there is this definite gap. So at this time, I would say perhaps even if you really want to, give it some more time. It's not quite, there is a risk in reaching out right now. There is a risk of you getting hurt. I think this person needs to take some time and sort themselves out. Really, I think they're in like deep despair at the moment. We can see it from this card. They're just looking at everything that's come before. They can't see what's still left. There might still be opportunity. There might still be a way forward. Right now, they're in such despair and such heartache. I think they need a time of healing and getting their act together and assessing what's come before and what they need to do in order to move forward. So I think right now, even from their point of view, they're probably feeling like reaching out is too much of a risk because they cannot handle any more hurt and any more rejection. So from both your sides, I think it would be a really good idea just to leave things as they are. Let the dust settle as such, from your side and from their side, and then you can see, within a few weeks how you're both feeling. And I think that if anything, this person should make the move forward because they are in such a defensive mode. They might have this is like a barrier to get in. They might put up a great barrier. I think it would be a good idea, if you really want to make contact, is to let them make the first move. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just take a Romance Angel card to see if we can get a message from the Romance Angels about this situation. Okay, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. There you have it. This is just a time factor. Time is going to reveal everything here for you. Time could, maybe in time you feel, this situation, this person is not the most perfect situation and person for me. I need to move on. There's something better out there for me. Or maybe in time you both just need to really look what this was, what happened here, and is there potential for a reconciliation and moving forward. But at this point, I would say just play it safe, keep your distance, and get on with your life. Fill your life up with other things. Even though I know this could also, you could be feeling just as hurt and just as disappointed at what might have gone down. But for your sake and for their sake, give this time. This definitely needs healing, and I don't think this person's going to be so easy to approach because their wall is up. They're not going to let anyone in. They're really quite devastated. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take the Enlightened Pathways cards. These are my own cards, just to see if we can get any additional messages from this person to see how they're feeling about you right now. Let's see what we can get from the cards. Okay, the first one we get, I am not in your league. Okay, so this person feels that, and probably they probably felt like this from the beginning, putting you on such on a pedestal like this. You were just like the sun, moon, and stars to them. And here they're saying, I'm not in your league. So there was always, I think, a feeling from them that, how did I get so lucky? This person is just amazing. I can't believe they actually agreed to go out with me, have a relationship with me, all this kind of thing. They feel you are really have much more to offer than they do. You're better off without me. So they are really feeling that what went down here, I think that they have some, like, there's massive regret. There's massive regret, and I would even say shame. I mean, I think they're embarrassed about what went down here and how they behaved, and they feel that you're probably so much, you could do so much better than them, and you are better off without them. They're probably really looking at their behavior and seeing that, wow, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I said that. I am limited. Okay, so this person really recognizes where they fall short. They recognize it, and at this time they also recognize that there's nothing they can do about it. This is who they are. So they're really letting you know. They want you to know that you're probably you know, you could do far better than them at this time. At this time, they're not able to do better or give you more. Let's get one more card. I am lost. Okay, this person is truly lost. They are truly, truly lost at this time. And for your sake, just let them be, let them find their way. If it's meant to be, they're going to find their way back to you. And if not, honestly, and they know it, you can probably do, you can find something that is much more suitable for you. It's it's a timing thing. Time is going to reveal to you, group number 1, is this something that I really want? Is this a relationship that I really, really want to work on? Of course, the decision is entirely up to you. Or after time, I think you will have a really clear idea what's good for you. What's good for you. Is this something you want to work on? 100%. This is your decision. If you feel there is potential here, you go forth, and when they approach you, you can go forth and see how it works out. Or maybe in time you decide, you know what, this was just too much, it was too hard, it was too painful, there's something really missing here, and you move on to another relationship. But either way, at this time, I would say please keep your distance and let healing take place on both sides. And you will know after a period of time, you will know what is best for you. So there you have it. That's all I have for you, group number 1. Please take care of yourselves. Welcome, group number 2, to your reading. What are they thinking about you right now? So group number 2, I can see that in the recent past, this person was feeling quite insecure about your relationship. They felt that they really had to hold on tight to you. There was always this feeling that they could lose you at any time. There was definitely they weren't confident in the relationship. They were always like on their guard, like when is this person going to leave me? Are they seeing somebody else? There was I think an element of always mistrust. I'm not sure if they thought that you had either people interested in you, or they just felt like that you were out of their league. But they definitely had a feeling like they had to hold on really tight, otherwise they were going to lose you. And I think they've been through a period right now where they've really reviewed the relationship. They really reviewed like this is, I can't carry on feeling this way. This is not good for me. It's not healthy for me. I really, really care about this person, but it's not bringing out the best in me. I have a lot, these feelings that this person is sitting with is causing them to feel not good about themselves, and they're very aware of it, and they've definitely done some introspection, some really deep looking at themselves in terms of, why am I feeling like this? Why is this relationship bringing out such insecurity in me? And I think they probably even spoke to somebody about it. It could have been a close friend. It could have been they might have even gone to speak to somebody professional, but they've definitely consulted with people because they feel they have an enormous amount to offer. They feel they're in a really good, solid position in their life, and they're able to offer you whatever you need in terms of security and finance and perhaps a home. But they want to understand, why are they feeling this feeling that like you can just like leave them tomorrow suddenly, and they're afraid to really put their heart on their line and invest if there is this feeling here. But whatever the outcome is of this discussion and introspection, I think they are feeling actually quite positive about the relationship. I think they're feeling better. They're feeling more stable in terms of, okay, there's definitely something here. There's potential. Let me go slowly. Let me go step by step. But I'm not going to do anything to mess it up with my jealousy, insecurity, suspicion, that kind of thing. I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to give this a chance because there is something here worth exploring. So this is what we see initially. Now I'm just going to take the guide, get a message from our guides cards to see what we can ascertain in terms of the guides in moving forward. Shame. Okay. So there is definitely some kind of feeling of shame that is coming from this person. I think perhaps they, in the past, they might have been like really like suspicious, and they might have done a bit of spying on you. It was online in terms of your social media, your Facebook, your Instagram, and I don't get any reason to believe that there was reason for them to be suspicious. And they probably, after they've did their introspection and like, what's going on with me, there's this element of shame that they like dropped to that level, and they felt like they had to spy on you and see what's going on with you, and are you cheating, and is there somebody else you've got. So they do have this feeling like, I can't believe I did that, I can't believe I went that far. They have this feeling of shame. Right, I'm going to take a romance angel card to see what we can get in terms of a message from the angels. Forgiving and learning. Okay, so this person is definitely going through a period. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. This person went through a big life lesson here, and I'm happy to tell you that they actually did go through the life lesson. And this card is great confirmation for me that they did. They went back and were like, no, my behavior is off. This is not the way to move forward. This is not healthy. I can't progress into a healthy relationship carrying all this suspicion and doubt and insecurity. And they definitely consulted, either with friends, with family, with somebody professional. They really want to get rid of something that happened in their past that has made them feel so insecure, this fear of losing something that they really value and love. So they recognize it. I think that's the really good news about this person, group number 2. They've really recognized where their faults are, and they want to move forward, and they feel like they have a lot to offer, and the relationship has potential to really be something special. So I'm now going to take the my own cards, the Enlightened Pathway cards. Let's to see any further messages. Oopsie, let's start from here that we can get from this person. Let's just get a good shuffle. Here we go. I am indecisive. Okay, so they definitely went through a period here where they were completely indecisive on how to behave. So if you got a lot of mixed messages, a lot of hot, cold behavior, please know that it came from their insecurity, their position of feeling so unsure about you, that they actually did not know how to behave. So this like back forward, yes, no, hot, cold kind of this kind of behavior was just their insecurity playing out. Okay, letting you go was the biggest mistake of my life. So they feel that if they carry on like that, they know that this is not the way to carry on, that you will definitely walk away, and it will be the biggest mistake of their life. That this is why they've really done the work. They sat down, they had a hard look at themselves, they sought out the help and the advice from somebody they really trusted and valued, because they know that if they let you go, it's going to be a huge mistake, because there is something special between you guys that has the potential of going the distance. You are the love of my life. Okay, so they have a lot of deep, 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 strong feelings for you. They really do, and they don't want to lose you. They don't want to lose you. They're prepared to do work on themselves, which is a big thing, group number 2. When somebody really recognizes, okay, my behavior is off. This is not the way to behave. This, this like insecurities, suspicion, spying, it's not the way to behave. And if they feel, that there's such potential moving forward, that they're not going to sabotage it. They really, really have deep feelings for you. And the last message is that they're telling you that they were absolutely lost. They really, at this time when they behaved with such, this hot cold, probably a little bit of even, they could have even ghosted you, not returned messages. They were lost. They probably just didn't know how to manage themselves. They went through a period where they honestly did not know how to manage themselves. When you're feeling so unsure about yourself and so insecure, you're going to make mistakes, and your behavior is going to be not the best. And they're just letting you know that they were lost. They were lost at a certain point, but the good news is I can see that they're definitely, if they're not out of it, they're coming out of it they'll be out of it quick, because they're seeking the help and the advice that they need, and they feel that there's definitely something to move forward towards between the two of you. So that is your message for how they are feeling about you right now, group number 2. Please take care of yourselves. Welcome, group number 3, to your reading, what they are thinking about you right now. Okay, group number 3, I can see that this person really came in when you first met with a lot of, they were like the knight, literally they were the knight in shining armor. They came in with this offer of love, all these great things that they planned for your future. We can do this, and they proposed this quite quickly in the relationship. They were like, yes, we'll get a house together, we'll have a family, we'll go traveling. They absolutely verbalized and expressed this happily ever after quite quickly in the relationship. They were like really the knight galloping in, and look what we can have, and look what we can do, and we'll build this. And they really painted this happily ever after picture for you. However, this person has got some kind of behavior that is not completely healthy. So I'm quite sure that what they did here, they probably did mean. I don't think they're, completely dark and devious, but there is definitely there's something about this person that is not 100% right, and you need to be aware of this, group number 3. There is a lot of illusion around what they promise and propose and speak about. It's not based in reality. And I think it's their way of holding on to you. You can see, holding on to you. They propose this huge, great fantasy of this happily ever after, and make a lot of promises, and they're not based in reality. So whatever they're promising you and proposing and say you are going to do and you're going to have, right now, I don't think much of it has actually come to fruition. This person talks a very, very good game. They have the gift of the gab. They know how to sweet talk you. They know how to get what they want. But in a way, it's just a way for them to hold on to you, because there's a lot of codependency and insecurity here. It's what they're proposing is not, it's not solid. It's not solid, and you need to be aware that this person has some kind of behavior that is not in your best interest. It's not in your best interest. After a while, if you're not already, you're going to feel like, okay, there's, everything is just like, up in the clouds. There's nothing actual. There's nothing tangible here. There's nothing I can work with. It's just promises, 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 and nothing is coming to fruition. And I think after a while, you're going to feel quite tied down and suppressed in this relationship and tired. It's going to start draining you. So I think you need to be very aware of what is happening here, because there's something that is not authentic. There's something not authentic here. There's something not authentic here, and I think it's going to come to light very, very quickly, very soon, because we have the Judgment card. I think you've probably already had a great suspicion and feeling about it, and I would say you've probably, if you haven't addressed it, you're about to address it, because you can see that there's something off here with this person, and this behavior, it's not healthy, because it's about manipulation. It's about holding you with false promises. It's about pinning you down with false promises. So until you see actual things happening that this person is promising, I would not really trust much that this person is saying at this time. Let's get a card from our guides to see what advice and insight they have for this situation. Let's take this one. Discontentment. Okay. So, yep, like I said, I think if not already, I think very, very soon you're going to feel completely discontent. Somebody can tell us, oh, we're going to have this and we're going to have that and we're going to go do this and we're going to do that. And then the days go by and then the weeks go by and then even the months go by and you're in the exact same position. And you're going to feel like, well, what is this all about? We're exactly where we were when we first met. Where's the happily ever after? Where is all this promises that they made? It's all in the clouds. It's all, just promises and no concrete action. And I think there is your discontentment. Group number 3 is a big sign that something is not right. And please trust that. Please, please, please trust that. Let's get a message from the Romance Angels to see your advice in terms of your love life. Let's get a card here. Okay, wedding. So I think this person is going to panic. When you call them out. When you call them out and you make them stand up and be accountable for their actions and their promises, they're going to, they've promised you the happily ever after as the carrot in front of the donkey. They've always given you this carrot. And please be aware that when they feel panicked and threatened, they're going to offer you this again. They're going to offer you this happily ever after, this wedding again, as a means to get you back into their lair kind of thing. So you have to be aware it's their modus operandi. This is how this person behaves. When they feel that they are losing you, or that they're about to something's about to change to their disadvantage, they're going to promise you the world. It's just the way they work. It's just one of their, it's an unfortunate trait. It's really an unfortunate trait, because I'm not saying that this person doesn't want it. They probably really do want it, but they can't give it to you. They have for some reason, nothing is manifesting into reality. So, and it's like they're just speaking a great game at this point. It's all an illusion. So I'm going to take my Enlightened Pathways Oracle cards, just to get some further messages from this person so we can see really what's going on with them. So the first card we get is You're Better Off Without Me. This person is very aware of their behavior. But it's probably not the first time, second or third time that they've done it. This is probably their pattern, and it's probably something they can't change. If they do not seek help for this behavior, nothing's ever going to change. Nothing's ever going to change. They're going to repeat it, relationship after relationship after relationship. And they know something is not right with them. And at this time, because they're not seeking help or they're not doing anything to improve themselves, they know that you're better off without them at this time. I am embarrassed by my behavior. Okay, they are very aware of what they're doing. They are very, very aware of what they're doing. Unfortunately, they just can't see another way of behaving. They just cannot see how else to do this. Like I said, this kind of behavior really needs professional help because there is a toxicity to it, and it's a pattern. It's a pattern this person has repeated, I would say, many, many, many times. And it's not something they feel good about. It's not something they feel good about, but they can't get out of it. They cannot get out of it. Right, let's see what we have here. Let's get another card from them. Okay. So letting you go was the biggest mistake of my life. They know what they have in you. They know what they have in you, and they know that if you go, it's going to be once again the biggest mistake of their life. And yet they also know if they don't do anything to change, and they can't do anything to change, nothing's going to change. It's going to end not well. It's not going to end well, not for them and not for you. So either, whether they end it or whether you end it, and I have a feeling you're going to, because of your discontentment and your awareness, I think you probably will walk away from it. You will walk away from it eventually. And they know they know it's going to be a huge mistake for them. It's going to be, it's not, there's going to be a lot of regret for them. I can't stop thinking about you. They have strong feelings towards you. They really do have strong feelings towards you, and they just don't know how else to behave to hold on to you. So they just build up this complete illusion that is not based in reality, which is really quite sad because I'm sure they have a lot of really good qualities. But as long as you're aware of what is going on, and as long as you take care of yourself, you will be okay. So that is all I have for you. Please take care of yourselves. Welcome, Group 4, to your what are they thinking about you and what are they feeling right now. Group 4. So let's see what we have here. Right, I think this person, when they initially met you, they were full steam ahead. They thought that this was the relationship for them. They thought you were the person for them. They were amazed at the connection you guys had, both physically and mentally. It was like they felt like you were a power couple, that you were invincible, that you were, it was like, for them, it was like almost like a blessing. Like, I found a match that meets me on my mental, physical, and emotional level. We can just conquer the world together. And they were like full steam ahead. Like, this is it. We've got a great future ahead of us. Let us just, move right forward into our future. And then suddenly they came to a standstill, and it was like out of a blue, and it was probably quite hard for you to understand because things were going so well. Everything was just like, it was like almost too good to be true. And I think this is what they felt. Unfortunately, when things go so well for us, it's like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? oh my goodness, like, and like we're just like deer in the headlights. And I think this is what happened to this person. I think they were actually afraid of how good it was, and they had to take time out to reassess everything. Like, really? Is this actually happening? Have I really met this amazing, amazing person that has got such, we have such an amazing future together? They had to take some time just to come down, look at everything in perspective, which I think they've done. So if there was a period that they were a little bit distant, perhaps not so forthcoming as they were in the beginning, which is very hard to understand, especially if you give a no explanation, please know that they were just, I think, really afraid how good it was. I really think they were afraid how good it was, and they just needed some time to see, okay, this is real. This is real. It really has potential. It's okay for me to move forward. And the great thing is they've decided. They've decided to move forward. They're going to take the risk. They want to go full on out with you. They want this relationship, which they think, we have the hand of God here, and then we have the angel above the lovers here. They really think this is a really special, blessed relationship, and they want to go the distance with you. They want to take the leap into the unknown. Now they've had this time to reflect and have some introspection. I just hope that this period wasn't too confusing and too hurtful for you, because I think they could have really pulled back at this time when they just had to kind of figure out what's going on here. Why is it so good? Could it be possible? And I really believe that they want to move forward and make this connection something solid. So let's take a card from the guides to see further advice about this situation and what they're feeling right now. Let's take a card. Shame. Okay, I do think they feel a little embarrassed about their behavior. I think they didn't probably handle this period very well. They probably should have, at least explained it to you. And I think they might still, because they're feeling so strongly about the relationship, I think they really might still explain what actually happened here. But right now, I think they're quite embarrassed. They're quite embarrassed because, it was so good. And then all of a sudden, it was probably like quite childish behavior in terms of like not returning calls, being a little off, not being upfront, saying, I'm just going through something. Please, I just got to work something out. Just give me a bit of time. They probably behaved quite, I would say, just immaturely, and I think they're a little bit embarrassed about that. I do believe they're a little bit embarrassed about that. Okay, so let's see what advice and insight we can get from the romance angels. Reconciliation. Okay, so if this period caused a actual gap in a separation in your relationship, which I can see now it could have actually been possible. There is a possibility for some of you, they could have disconnected completely. They're going to return with a big offer. They're going to say, I'm really, really sorry. There's going to be an apology. My behavior was, completely wrong because of this and this and this. And I believe, we have so much. Let's go forward with it. Let's really take a leap of faith and into the future, because there's something amazing here, something absolutely amazing here. So I'm going to take the Enlightened Pathways Love Oracle cards. These are my cards, just to get some further messages from this person. Okay, I'm scared of commitment. So there was definitely something going on here that was like, oh my gosh, this is going so well. It's going so quickly. We probably never fight. We have the same mindset. We have a great physical relationship. And then it's like, oh my God, what am I doing? Goodness gracious me, OMG. And paralyzed. So there was definitely a fear here, like it's going so well, I'm getting involved so in this relationship so quickly, and pull back. Right, let's see what else happened here. I am embarrassed by my behavior. Yep, they definitely are embarrassed. They definitely are embarrassed. They know they did not handle this well at all. They did not handle this well. It's all from their own insecurity, their own fear of commitment. It was probably just literally too good to be true. It was just literally too good to be true for them. And I think a lot of people are just like that. That's, they can't believe when something good happens to them. Being with you was the best time of my life, without a doubt. I mean, we've got these cards here that just tell us when they met you, it was like instantaneous. It was, when I said you connected on, every single level, everything just flowed. It went so smoothly. Whatever you did together just worked. And they were in awe. They were in awe about it. They were in awe and they couldn't believe their luck. Let's take one more card. I wish I could be the man you think I am. So they really feel that they not only disappointed themselves, but they can't bear that they disappointed you. I think, because in the beginning stage, you viewed them with such, when you really have this mutual connection, you view your partner like, wow, I'm sure it was mutual, like you viewed them as well. It's like, God, I can't believe I found this person. It's so amazing. I'm so happy. And now you're probably looking at them with different eyes now, because there's been some kind of disappointment in terms of the way they behave, and they have this real feeling like, oh gosh, I really wish that you still looked at them with the same kind of love, admiration, trust, because now, yes, you're going to make they're going to propose the start, which is entirely up to you. This is your decision. You're going to do what's right for you, but they know now that you've seen this other side of them, and they're quite upset about that. But if there is such good stuff there, perhaps you can forgive them and move on. But at the end of the day, you are going to do what's right for you. Trust your intuition and do what's best for you. So that is all I have for you, and I wish you all the very, very best.